God of the humble and gentle heart, you who shoulder our burdens even as we fail to understand our own actions, yoke us to you. Teach us the bearable lightness of your humbleness and show us the way to rest. Amen. Please be seated. That psalm has a lot of pomp and pageantry in it, doesn't it? Lots of gold on display, nations clamoring to offer gifts, the wealthy seeking favors, the king's name proclaimed and praised. It's gaudy and showy and, frankly, kind of boring in its predictability. I mean, this is the way that empires always present themselves, isn't it? As dripping with wealth and fame and power. But is it really power if you have to show it off so much? We have our own versions of this, don't we? Which we might be more aware of this week than some other weeks. America, the great experiment, the city upon a hill, triumphant, exceptional. Of course, there are counter-narratives to every empire, and this week especially we are maybe poignantly aware of how disunited we are in the interpretations of our own history. But still, on the whole, we tend to measure greatness in terms of wealth and power rather than in terms of gentleness and humbleness of heart, don't we? Now, Jesus undoubtedly knew this imperial psalm, probably recited it, but I can't imagine him ever trying to actually embody it. Can you? Because he is a living embodiment of a completely different theology of power and greatness. I mean, he's the king who rides in on a donkey, remember? He's the ruler who comes to serve, who shoulders the burden alongside of you, and who helps us discover true rest. Come to me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. How do you hear that today? How does that land in your body? Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. When you hear that, does any part of you relax, even just a little bit? Decontract, just a tiny bit? Do your shoulders drop a little? Or maybe that area around your eyes soften? Maybe your jaw unclenches just a little bit. Maybe you're just able to breathe a little deeper and easier. What is that like? Being just a tiny bit more relaxed. What is possible now in that state that wasn't possible when you were tensed? Gentleness of heart is not just being nice or having warm, fuzzy feelings. It is a state of being. It's a state of being open and relaxed and grounded and ready. So keep feeling into that now. If you can, let your shoulders drop a little further. Let your face and your eyes and your jaw relax a little more. Close your eyes if you want. Connect to your breath. If you really want to get a clearer sense of what I'm talking about, you can try clenching your fists and then releasing it and letting it go. And just pay attention to what happens in your body as you do that. Now, you might ask, all right, but how am I supposed to do this in the midst of everything that's going on in the world? I mean, isn't blissing out just a form of complicity? Letting go and letting God, that's fine for those who have privilege, but not everyone has that luxury. I mean, when does striving for gentleness and humbleness of heart become just cowardice wearing a halo? Well, those are fair points, but remember, Jesus isn't showing us how to escape from the world. He's showing us how to be in the world in a different way. And we all know what the world looks like when greatness is measured by wealth and power, don't we? Because we still live in that world. And we all know what the world looks like when people act from that place, grasping for, clawing for, fawning over wealth and power. Looks like today's psalm. Looks like today's news. We know all too well what that world looks and feels like. But what does the world look and feel like when greatness is measured by gentleness and humbleness of heart? Take another breath and relax your shoulders again, or your jaw, or whatever it is in you that's able to decontract just a little bit. Really feel that. What would change if you acted more consistently from that relaxed place rather than from this place? What would be different? Acting from a relaxed, grounded place is how wisdom is vindicated by her deeds. And Jesus' promise of a shared burden, an easy load, and rest for your souls is not a way of escaping the world. It's a way of rooting deeply into the good soil of faith, so that something different and better and true can grow. Amen.